It's your phone. It literally is your phone. You're probably wondering, what do you mean it's my phone? I need my phone. I can't live without my phone, but that's my point exactly. Every single problem of yours stems from your phone, right? If you feel as though you aren't as disciplined in your life, if you feel as though, there's days where you want to work out and you don't, if you feel as though you're constantly getting distracted, if you feel as though you are conversing with people you shouldn't be, if you feel as though, not even feel, if you are doing these things, if you're consuming mindless garbage, doom scrolling content, if you're following brain rot, if you're constantly getting distracted by these TikToks, if you are just mindlessly wasting time, it's all because of your phone, right? Mindless scrolling just tells me that a person doesn't have the self-discipline or willpower, right? Because the crazy thing is oftentimes when people are scrolling, actually no, let me take that back. When people are scrolling, what they are consuming, what's crazy is that it's their brain didn't even choose to consume. Like, our brains are not choosing to consume what we see, right? So it's like, if you pull your phone out and you open up Instagram or TikTok, the first thing you see, you may like the video, I'm not saying that the content isn't good. The very first thing you see, your brain didn't choose to see that. You are consciously making a decision to consume, but whatever it is, it could be somebody eating a cake, it could be a motivational video, it could be a get ready with me now video. It could be whatever. It could be the dumbest thing ever. It could be a conspiracy, whatever. Your brain did not choose to consume that. So what happens is your brain looks for the next thing. Because it didn't choose, now you're stuck in that cycle of what's next? What's next? What's next? Right? Kind of like a roulette machine. You know how you pull a roulette machine? Am I gonna win next? Am I gonna win next? Am I gonna win next? Oh, I got 2 cherries. Am I gonna win next? But guess what? This motion is the same as what your thumb is doing. When you pull down on that refresh tab, you're getting the exact same dopamine hit that a gambling addict gets. Did you know that? So I'm telling you now, I'm gonna be saying it a lot in this video, it's your phone. If you wanna go to the gym more, stop putting your phone down. It's like gunshots. If you want to read more, you got to be offline, right? I think the online world is great, but what's happened now is that people love and are addicted to who they are online, that when they go offline, they see the real person. They don't like who they are in the real world, in the offline world, and so they clock back in, because they got the juice online. They got more followers online, they got more, streamers online, they got more viewers, they got more subscribers online. People think they are better than who they really are, right? Because remember, online is just simply the big screen. It's a highlight reel, right? And so people become addicted to who they are online because of the attention that they get. So they spend more time in the online world, not realizing that it's the offline that should influence the online. If you are, wealthy, you bring that into the online world. If you are fit, healthy, you didn't become fit and healthy by being online. You became fit and healthy by what you did in the gym, right? Now what's happened is that is bled into other people because we consume that. We consume that garbage that people are selling. We consume, I think I put this out on Threads. I said, you're either selling something online or you're buying something online, right? And that could come in the form of your time. Oftentimes, it's the people that waste more time online that are losing the most, right? So I'm telling you now, man, it's your phone. And you know what? It's crazy is we sit. Check this out. Let's just say you're driving your car, you race your car, you're driving all the way, you're speeding, whatever, you're pushing your car to its limits, right? And you take it home and you switch it off. You don't keep it running, you switch it off, right? You don't even need to be pushing it to its limit. Sorry, I take that back. You don't even need to be racing. Let's just say you're using your car all day long. You're pushing the car to, you know, what it does. You take it home, you switch your car off. You go to sleep. You wake up the next day, you turn the car on. You don't leave your car running, right? I say that to say this is because we consume so much fast-paced, you know, all these like flashing lights and text, and we're lying in our beds and we're consuming this nonsense, and our brain, our dopamine receptors, all our neurotransmitters are firing up so much to consume this shit, and then we complain that we didn't get a good night's sleep, or we complain that we didn't go to sleep early. You wonder why? Because your brain is just constantly on. I use the car example because you switch your car off, right? Your brain needs the same thing. You need to be offline before you go to sleep, right? I say that to say this is because I used to play Call of Duty before I went to sleep, and all that gunfire and moving, and you know, you're using your fast twitch muscles as your reaction speed. All this is going on, killing and reloading and throwing items and blah blah blah, winning games, and it's just so fast paced. And then I try and go sleep, and either I have a crazy dream or I just can't sleep because my brain is just so revved up. My brain is on, my brain is aware, my brain is like, what's next? Imagine being in a war zone. Imagine being at war. Your brain is so on in survival mode and trying to go sleep in the middle of it all. It's not gonna happen. All right, so the same applies for what we're doing to our brains with our phones. We're consuming. You know, there was a study, and like, there's more information out there. Like, the average person consumes more information in one day than our like grandparents did in a month, right? And it's crazy is because we're not consciously choosing to consume this. It's just been thrown at us. And that's why our brain is in such survival mode of like, do I need this? Do I need this? Do I need this? Whereas back in the day, I say back in the day, but like, there's people that do that now, and I'm living my life now where I try to do that. I spend more time on YouTube than I do on social media now, because I'm literally plugging in what I choose to see. I want to see how you edit a video this way. I want to see motivational speeches on certain topics, right? So when you consciously choose to consume something, your brain is satisfied. It learns something. It feels productive, right? I always said this. The key to happiness is productivity, especially productivity and progress. When you are productive, you're happy. And that's why when you satisfy your brain by consuming something that you chose to see, it's like, I've had enough. It doesn't want to consume anymore, right? But the opposite is an effect when you have the lack of willpower and the lack of discipline, when you mindlessly scroll on the roulette machine of social media, right? Constantly getting the next dopamine hit of what's next. And then when you factor in FOMO, when you factor in the fear of missing out of what other people are doing, and then you factor in comparison of, well, this person did this, or this person's achieving this, or this person had a baby, and that person's getting married, and that person went on holiday to this. It's a recipe for disaster. So not only is it rotting your brain and chipping away at your mental health through comparison and FOMO, but you're also addicted to it. So imagine being addicted to something that you know full well isn't good for you. All right, so that's why I said at the start of the video, it's your phone, man. It's your phone. You want to work out, you want to be healthier, you want to have more discipline, you want to read more books, you want to be consciously, mentally more healthy, put your phone down. How do you do that? Set boundaries. First thing you gotta do is admit that, yeah, I have a problem, I need to chill out, right? All growth starts when you admit that you don't have the answer for something, or when you know you're wrong in something. I'll say that again. All growth, not all, let's rephrase that. Real growth comes when you admit that I don't have the answers, or I'm wrong. That's called accountability. growth comes from accountability. So first thing you gotta do is be accountable that, hey, I do have a problem, or yeah, I do need to put my phone down. You know, I want better discipline, I want better habits, I want to be more productive, I want to be more honest with myself that I, you know, consume way too much and I have really bad digital habits, right? Because that's if all these words are new to you, but they make sense because that's the world that we're going towards, right? Our ancestors had dementia. All kids are gonna have digital dementia, all right? Because they're gonna be consuming so much content that their brains are just over-fried and melted and rotted away because they just have so much they just consume so much garbage that nothing is of value, right? Modern day kid doesn't know like what our ancestors did to survive, but the scary thing is that they don't care. All right, and we are the catalyst. Our generation is the catalyst of change because we are the very first generation that lived offline and online. All right, the next generations to come, they're gonna be born into the digital world of everything being digital. So that's another problem. That's another video for another time. Message of this video is, let's set better boundaries. Let's set better habits. Let's start putting our phone down. Let's start admitting that, hey, it is my phone. It's my phone. It's distracting me. It's messed with my willpower. It's ruined my habits. I wake up in the morning and I check my phone. You don't need to. You don't need to sit on your phone an hour before you go to sleep, consuming what Johnny in New Zealand is doing. Who cares? Be present with your family. Be present with your loved ones. Be present with yourself, more importantly. It's your phone. I'm not saying the digital world is bad, even though it does have its bad points. I'm saying this. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. The digital world is not a bad place, but how we use it can be a detriment. I'll end it on that. It's your phone. Put it down. Peace.